Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We are in our Bro Myth series. You mentioned last time, Adam, that the old burger and fries after prejudging trick is something that a lot of people are going towards. So I'm going to let you explain that one to me, and then I'll tell you where I think the origin of that story came from.
Yeah, so I've been seeing this on a ton of peak week plans recently where it's after prejudging, have a burger and fries. And I will say a common trend I notice with these types of peaks, there's no water, there's no sodium being applied. And also the one thing I never understood is this is after all the judging is over. So, if you didn't win your class, this burger and fries just isn't going to help you to begin with. So the biggest thing I've noticed that helps clients is the sodium from the burger and fries is going to be the fastest thing to work. You're just not going to assimilate that amount of food fast enough by the time you hit the stage. Also, too, it's pretty much impossible to eat a burger and fries without drinking something. So usually, even if it's not within the rules, there's just no way someone's not going to have at least like 8 to 12 ounces of water with that burger and fries. And they usually come back and look amazing. But I would rather have somebody look amazing the morning of when the judging's actually happening.
But I would say if you tried that, now you've got this massive saturated fat dump. And your body cannot assimilate fat that fast in terms of breaking it down for energy. Any fat you cannot use at one specific meal, you will store as fat. So talk about getting instantly filmy. You're going to have this transition of fat being stored as fat if you don't have enough time. So typically after prejudging, now you've got 6 or 8 hours until you're back on stage. That's when you got the sodium kicking in, like you said right away, Adam. That's going to improve the look. And then you've had enough, just glucose sparing fat and protein to look a little bit better. You've got time to utilize that fat. And so 6 or 8 hours later, maybe, but I would never even try something that risky in the morning, not with that quantity.
Mm-hmm. It always seems so vague too, because it's like, are we talking a Burger King, like burger and fries, or are we talking like Red Robin? If you look at the variants in macros on these, it's just clear, unless the coach looked it up, they just have no idea what they're doing on caloric level. They know it's higher, but they don't even know how much.
Right. So 15 years ago, maybe even 20, I started using pizza for clients in very small amounts because I know one slice of pizza is going to have a really kicking amount of sodium, probably 500 milligrams or more. You're going to get a little bit of a simple carb from the bread. You're going to get a little bit of saturated fat, but not much. So I started that trend as kind of a go-to if I needed sodium, because it's difficult sometimes to ask a client, hey, just sprinkle some salt on your pre-contest meal or something like that. And if it's a rice cake, and it's not easy. So it's easier to give a high sodium food. And I will tell you that when I was coaching Lane Norton to his first pro card win, I asked him, he was up in Michigan. I said, do you have any way to get some pizza? Because he was a little bit flat and I needed sodium. He said, no, but hey, there's a Subway across the street. And I said, great, go get a 6-inch sub. It's going to have plenty of sodium. So then he did that, looked great, sodium filled him out, he won. And so then as I was using pizza for my clients for the next 10 years, he's using Subway for his clients for the next 10 years. And somebody along the way decided, okay, we need sodium, we need this, we need that. And so they went for the burger and fries. But any one of these foods, you should really make sure you're controlling the amounts of what you want, and they don't always have to be that dramatic. I would never do that for some clients. I might have something else very specific to their needs and their body types.
Absolutely. It was funny back then. You could always tell who was a Joe client or a Lane client based on
pizza or sub.
Yeah, backstage. It was literally team pizza or team sub back then.
So right now I'll tell you what I'm doing, because I do want there to be a lot less risk. So I'm using a lot more of the client's own foods. And because we've gone through a progressive linear load, they probably don't need that much. So it's literally just fine tuning some of the sodium, maybe something like half a candy bar or a candy bar if they need it. We talked about this in one of the previous series, maybe even a little alcohol, maybe nothing. Maybe they just need water. So yeah, I'm definitely not quite as one-dimensional as back in those early days, 15 or 20 years ago.
Yeah. Also, too, you have to understand if that will work for your client's GI tract well also. And that always becomes where it's risky as well. So if you do give something like that to your clients, make sure they digest it well, or make sure they're not vegan and you give them a burger and fries. I had a client come to me last week because of that. And I'm like, probably not a customized program by any means.
Exactly. I always got to know your clients. But
yeah.
Thanks, Adam, for that. And you guys, thanks for watching and listening. We'll be back with the 4th episode in our Bro Myth series very soon. Thank you.